Hello guys, so I don't know if this is a YouTube video or a diary, but now I was just going through it today and I was like, why can't I make $1,000 every day? Like who and what says I can make $1,000 every day? That is every single day, every single hour. Let's assume I work for 12 hours and then every single hour. In fact, let's say I even work for 10 hours and then from 24 hours and then we have 24 hours and then from 24 hours I make $100. Why can't I make $100 every single hour? Why can't I make $1,000 every single day? Why can't I make 30 to 31 thousand dollars every single month? Who says I can't? Like, why is it not possible? Like, why? Just thinking about it. And then why? Like, why not? Why not me? Why can't I? Why is it not possible? Who says it is not possible? Who says I cannot do it? Like, why not? Pretty possible, man. Basically, I just feel like there's something I need to know that I have not yet known yet to be able to cross to that level where I can make that certain amount of money every single day. Because people are definitely making that kind of money. Now it may look like I'm sounding materialistic and then I'm all about money. But money is good, man. Yeah, money doesn't bring happiness, so to say. But it's the thought of what you do that brings you the money that gives you happiness. Yeah. What can I do or what can you do that can bring happiness to people, that can bring this fulfillment to people, that can. And then one thing that most people fail to realize, and that I am probably failing to realize too currently, I think is the fact. Now this is not a scripted stuff. This is just something that just like came to my head, and then I'm just challenged, like just burning my heart, and I'm like, why not? Why can't I? Like most people think they possibly can, like do stuff by themselves. But according, one of the greatest source of wealth, now it may sound like I'm being religious. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer. One of the greatest source of wealth is actually from the Bible. Yeah, to me it is. So I don't know if anybody wants to say any other thing, but that's just my opinion. To me it is. It's the Bible, and then someone who is probably like most of those that are, now in the Christian religion that we have, like in the like Christianity. I'm trying as much as possible not to say something too sensitive that would spark some stuff, but this is to me. So in case it doesn't like work for anybody or it is not somebody's that like basically that's just something for me. Like one of the things that we think about is that wealth comes from the devil. Like riches, money is the root of all evil. But to some extent, I'm not turning the Bible. To some extent I feel like the lack of money is the root of all evil. It is the thing that you do with money that is the root of all evil. And it is the art of money that is the root of all evil. Because what you are is what you will portray when you have money. What you are originally, the kind of person that you are originally, that trait is what is going to come out. And then people in the Bible, Abraham was God's friend, Solomon, David was God's pal, Solomon was somebody that God basically had to come over. Solomon was actually one of the very, 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 very selfless persons in the world and wisest. Like he paid a very ultimate price, like premium price. Like in freelancing or in anything, there's basically the basic package, there is the standard package, and there's the premium package. Solomon actually paid the premium package of anything without expecting anything in return. Like Solomon basically built God's house before he built it. So you can know how selfless this guy is. He built God's house before building his house. He sacrificed more than anybody. No man in the Bible has sacrificed as much as Solomon sacrificed before Solomon was born, and as much as Solomon sacrificed after Solomon died. And then, contrary to what people may think, Solomon actually repented. Now, this is not basically about the Bible, but then this is just basically about giving. And then, why not? Like, Solomon was somebody that he sacrificed premium, and I think that is where some people actually lack it. And that is where I am wanting to build myself on. Now, Solomon held a feast for the people. He held a feast for the people. It basically meant that Solomon actually gave. He's a giver. He gave to the public, he gave to the crowd, he gave to God. And then God came to meet him. Imagine. God came to meet him. Like, just tell me, what do you want? And now, to know how selfless he is and how pure he is in his mind, there are some people that they probably give out to the world or they give out to people because of the thought that they would definitely have something back in return. But Solomon was not like that. When God even asked him, like normally, like and imagine it's not even in his conscious self, it was in his sleep, in his dream that God came to meet him. You could have said probably he's trying to be a good person, but you definitely cannot control yourself when you're in your sleep. It is who you are. That's what you portray when you're in your sleep. There are many. Let me not mention that. Your real self. That's this. For example, your real self is what you portray when you're drunk. Your real self is what you portray. Some people sleep talk, and then why they are, if you wake some people up and then be like this thing, the person will actually talk because you don't lose guard. Like there's no trying to be defensive or trying to defend yourself. And then Solomon was somebody that without his defense, he was still upright. And then when God asked him that, what do you want? Like just name it. Just like giving somebody a blank check and then just write the amount that you want. And then instead of Solomon, saying he wants to conquer the Philistine, he wants to rule the world, wants to do this, wants to do that. The thing he asked for was just more wisdom to serve the people in a way that will please God. Mm, mm, doesn't that say something? More wisdom to serve the people in the way that will please God. What if we did something? What if everyone did something and thought of something to do that they would serve people in the way that will please God? And whatever will please God is definitely something good. How is it? I don't know if people are actually getting. It's more like I provided questions for myself and I'm answering the questions for myself. And then God gave him what? God was like, okay, in addition to even what you asked and what you did not ask for, I would give you more than that. Give you riches. And basically, what he asked for was just wisdom, knowledge to serve the people in the way that will please God. I'm trying, let me see if I can get a Bible close by and then read it so it doesn't seem like I'm speaking from my head. So, according to now, for brethren that are basically not Christian, and then you're watching this or you're on this channel, basically, this is just to share knowledge because you definitely can tap into this. It doesn't matter religion, it's just a way of life of somebody who please God. You understand? So, according to First Kings chapter 3, let me start from verse 3. He said, And Solomon loved the Lord, walking in the statutes of David his father, only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for there was the great high place. 1,000 burnt offering did Solomon offer upon that altar. He went to the great high place. That means he did the extreme for God. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night and God said, ask what I shall give thee. Like, just ask. And Solomon said, thou hast shewed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept him for this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day. And now, O Lord, my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. Almost see humility. See humility. Now, one thing you cannot be broke and then you will be proud. Like for me now, I am very humble. Please, I am humble. Like most people, they don't want to know, they don't want to learn. Come on, man. You cannot be broke and be proud. Because when you're proud and you don't want to listen, it's basically mean like I think I said it one time before. It's like you have a bucket and then you are turning the bucket upside down, and then any water that is coming in because of your pride, it's definitely going inside. Person will sacrifice 1,000 bottle of fish, a small boy. She knows how to wait in the thing. And he said, I am nothing, I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servants, that's why God said he loves, he brings those who humble themselves, brings them up, and then those who, those who put themselves up in pride, he lowers them. And then he said, I know not how to go out or come in, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people. Look at the love. He's humble, he's loving, he cares for the people. He's not selfish. You cannot aim to have good success and then you will be selfish. As much as I'm saying this to us, I'm also telling myself too. And he said, yeah, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servants an understanding heart. Damn. These guys. An understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge these thy so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord. You must know how to talk. Oh. You must know how to talk. But God said he honors his word more than his name. Anyways, it's not good here. And the speech pleased the Lord, that Solomon has asked this thing. And God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, which most people do ask for. First thing, I want to live long. Neither has asked riches for thyself, which is one thing that everybody would actually ask for, including myself, or not until we get educated. And as not for thyself long life, neither has asked riches for thyself, nor has asked the life of thy enemies. Most times, be like, my village people, let them die. Those who are monitoring me, let them die. David also, Solomon knew he definitely had enemies. Like, definitely, the kingdom was basically prosperous, and definitely when there's prosperity, there will definitely be enemy. But this guy did not ask for any of this. But I ask for thyself understanding to discern judgments. Behold, I have done according to thy work. That means I have given you that. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any rise like unto thee. A covenant that has been sealed. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, including what you asked for, including what you did not ask for, riches and honor. So shall they be, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. And if thou wilt walk in my ways, to keep my statutes or my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then will I lengthen thy days. He gave him even the things I know as well. Like he gave him the long life, he gave him the riches. Like he said, if he walk in his way, he will give him what? It will lengthen his days. That means it will give him his days plus an extra. ah, like one person would say, basically Golden, Myron Golden will say, snap, snap. Okay. Um, yeah. And Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And then he still came and offered burnt offering and offered peace offering and made a feast to all the servants. Even still. Now, the essence behind this is that, I started this with thinking, see, I just need more understand. That is one thing that we lack. That's one thing that we lack. Now, like I listened to a lot of, I watched a lot of videos. Like, I said it. This year is my year of learning. I basically just want to learn and implement. That's just what I want to do this year. And then there's something called ignorance depth. Now, Alex Moses says it. He calls it ignorance depth. I think I spoke to somebody today regarding it. And basically, and I've mentioned it before, it's the difference between where you are and where you want to get to. It could be in terms of leadership, it could be in terms of money making, it could be in terms of anything. Now, let me take money because basically that is one thing that we can easily, it is countable. There's a word I'm looking for. I don't want to use the word countable. Anyways, let's just go with it. So it's something we can actually like hold on to and then see. Let's assume we want to make an hundred or let's say a million naira. I don't want to use naira. You want to make $1 million every month, and then you are making $50,000. That is, you have $950,000 left to make. That is to say, there are some things you do not know in order to actually achieve $1 million every single month. That's why you're still making $50,000 every month. So basically, you need to pay your ignorance debt, and then you need to pay your ignorance debt by knowing how. That is one thing that the wealthy and the rich people actually try to do. Learning. That's why you see them attending seminars. They have a community. They learn from themselves. They talk. I can tell you for sure, the wealthy people, they are actually not selfless. I mean, they are not selfish. They are one of the most selfless people. Because if you don't give, you can't receive. If you don't release out, there is no space for you to take in. So, in order for you to actually, in order for me, fly, it's actually possible to make $1,000 every day. It just depends on the value I can give. Now, moving to King Solomon was somebody that is a very wise man. He's a very wise man. He spoke publicly, and then he basically got paid for speaking, for his advice. Kingdom, like it's even written in the Bible that people from different nations, it's like they were coming to him from advice, and then throughout his regime entirely, even with all the women and the concubine and the everything, there was peace all throughout. Now, one thing is, if your path or what you want to do, if it aligns with helping people in a way that pleases God, there would be peace. Now, of course, there may be criticisms, and then people would actually come. But there's something that Grant Cardone usually says. He says you should burn so hot. Of course, when you are trying to burn, people will definitely talk. You should burn so hot that people would actually come to you to get warmth from you. That is when you know you're actually successful. When other people are or even benefiting from your success. So I think to some extent, I got an answer to my question. Yeah, $1,000 every single day is possible. What can I give in return for it? So as an entrepreneur, that's pretty raw. You should know how to give value in exchange for money. Your mindset should be the mindset of wanting to help, genuine help, and then you definitely get paid for it. I'm going to work on this, and I hope you are going to do so too. See you later. Bye.